A few years ago, I was in a place where I felt overwhelmed by my lifestyle. I was always on the run, chasing one material possession after another, living in a cluttered space, both physically and mentally. I was successful, at least by conventional standards, but I wasn't happy. I found myself constantly stressed, and the joy of life was slowly slipping away. That's when I knew I needed to make a change. One day, I stumbled upon an article on minimalism that completely shifted my perspective. It wasn't a life-altering news headline, but simple blog posts discussing the benefits of a minimalist lifestyle, financial savings, increased creativity, improved relationships, and most importantly, peace of mind. I realized that I was so caught up in the more is more mentality that I had lost sight of what truly mattered to me. I felt a strong urge to transform my life and embrace minimalism, and so began my journey towards minimalism. Now, after years of implementing minimalist habits, I can genuinely say that they have not just made me wealthier in terms of finances, but also richer in experiences, relationships, and personal growth. Now, I'm excited to share these insights with you in today's video, where we will be discussing the 5 minimalist habits that made me wealthy. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe to our channel to get updates on all our latest content. Let's start, shall we? Let's kick things off with the first habit, which, in my opinion, is the cornerstone of minimalism: recognizing and embracing the less is more approach. This may sound counterintuitive, especially in our consumer-driven society that equates abundance with happiness. But let me tell you, when it comes to living a fulfilling and prosperous life, less is indeed more. You might be thinking, hold on, are you telling me to sell all my stuff and live in a cabin in the woods? Not at all. Minimalism is about identifying what's essential and eliminating the excess. It's about reclaiming our time, our finances, and our peace of mind from the grips of material possession. Joshua Becker once said, "Minimalism is the intentional promotion of the things we most value and the removal of everything that distracts us from it." I love this quote because it beautifully captures the essence of minimalism, prioritizing what truly matters to us. I have a friend named Lucy. She lived surrounded by clutter until she embraced less is more. She started donating clothes she hadn't worn in ages, got rid of the heaps of unnecessary gadgets, and canceled her unnecessary subscriptions. Now, her home and life are streamlined, peaceful, and efficient. She's happier, more relaxed, and believes in quality over quantity. She loves her less but better lifestyle, and honestly, seeing her transformation, I thought of giving it a shot too. This kind of minimalist mindset can create a snowball effect in your life. It starts small, maybe by decluttering a room or unsubscribing from unnecessary email newsletters. But eventually, it becomes a part of you, extending to your spending habits, your work, your relationships, and even your mindset. And let me tell you, it's a game changer when it comes to wealth building and finding joy in life. Now, moving on to the second habit that helped me accumulate wealth: aligning my spending with my values and long-term goals. This again is all about being intentional with where and how you use your resources. And it's been a major factor in my journey towards financial independence. Remember, wealth building isn't just about earning more. It's equally, if not more, about how well you manage and spend the money you already have. Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest people in the world and a great admirer of simplicity in life and investments, once said, "Do not save what is left after spending. Instead, spend what is left after saving." Before I adopted minimalism, I was big on cars. The thrill of driving a shiny new car right out of the dealership was irresistible. But then I learned about the rapid depreciation of new cars. I was shocked when I realized that a new car could lose up to 20 to 30% of its value in the first year itself. So, I made a conscious choice to buy used cars instead. Now, some might think, but it's a used car. It's not as good as a new one. And yes, that's a common perception. But the reality is, a well-maintained used car can provide just as much utility as a new one, at a fraction of the cost. Not only did I save a significant amount up front, but I also avoided the high insurance premiums and hefty depreciation associated with new cars. This shift in my car buying habit is just one example of how I aligned my spending with my values and goals. I valued financial security and freedom more than the temporary thrill of owning a new car. I set a long-term goal of building wealth and becoming financially independent, so I started making choices that aligned with that goal. And this principle can be applied to all areas of spending, whether it's choosing a more affordable house, cutting back on impulsive online shopping, or eating out less. When you start aligning your spending with your values and long-term goals, you'll be amazed at how much you can save and how quickly your wealth can grow. Of course, this doesn't mean you should deprive yourself of enjoyment or never indulge. It's about making mindful decisions, understanding the difference between wants and needs, and prioritizing spending that brings you long-term happiness and helps you achieve your financial goals. Let me know in the comments how you align your spending with your values and goals. What changes have you made in your spending habits to support your journey towards financial independence? I can't wait to hear your stories. Our third habit is to simplify finances. I know, just hearing the word finances can feel overwhelming, but let's demystify it. Let's talk about how a few minimalist strategies can turn this scary beast into a friendly pet that plays by your rules. Remember, complexity is the enemy of execution. The more complex your financial management, the less likely you are to stick with it and see results. First, let's discuss canceling unused subscriptions. In today's digital age, it's easy to sign up for various services, only to forget about them. And let's be honest, how many of us have subscribed to a service for a free trial and then forgotten to cancel it? These out-of-sight, out-of-mind subscriptions can slowly drain your bank account. So take some time to audit your bank statements. Look for recurring charges for services you no longer use or derive value from. You'll be surprised at how much you can save by just eliminating these unused subscriptions. Next, automate your bills and savings. Automation is a godsend when it comes to managing finances. Setting up automatic payments for bills ensures you never miss a payment and helps avoid late fees. Automating your savings is an effortless way to grow your wealth over time. Ron Barron once said, "The way to become rich is to put all your eggs in one basket, and then watch that basket." Automation helps you do just that. It lets you set your savings goals and then just watch them grow. Then, follow a budgeting principle. Now, there are various methods out there, but the one that has worked best for me is the 50-30-20 rule. This rule suggests that 50% of your income should go towards needs, 30% towards wants, and 20% towards savings or paying off debt. This framework has helped me balance my immediate needs with my future goals. So I knew a guy, Tom, who was an impulsive buyer. His spending habits were all over the place. Then one day, he decided to change. He adopted the 50-30-20 rule and started using a budgeting app to track his spending. The transformation was unbelievable. By simplifying his finances and sticking to his budget, Tom was able to cut his debt, increase his savings, and still enjoy his life. So I suggest you watch one of our videos that will guide you step by step on how to follow this simple and easiest rule. The link is in the description box, so better check it out later. All right, on to our fourth minimalist habit, organizing your belongings. Now, you might wonder, what does organizing have to do with wealth? Well, organization and wealth building go hand in more ways than you might think. For starters, an organized space helps create an organized mind. And an organized mind is more capable of making sound financial decisions. Imagine you're about to leave for an important meeting, and you can't find your keys or your wallet. In a cluttered environment, you're more likely to misplace things, leading to unnecessary stress and even unplanned expenses. Replacing lost items can quickly add up. When I first decided to organize my belongings, I was amazed at the number of duplicate items I found. From multiple pairs of similar-looking shoes to stacks of unread books, I had unknowingly spent money on items I already owned. Organizing my belongings not only saved me money but also made my space more enjoyable. In addition, being organized can also lead to savings in time. Time is our most valuable resource, even more valuable than money, because once spent, you can't get it back. The time you save by not having to look for lost items or tidy up a cluttered room can be used more productively to learn new skills, invest in yourself, or even just unwind and relax. One of my friends, Bianca, was always living in a state of chaos. She would constantly lose items, forget appointments, and even miss bill payments. Finally, she decided to get organized. She started using digital tools to keep track of her appointments and bill due dates. She decluttered her home and assigned a specific place for every item. Within a few months, her life completely transformed. Not only did she save money by avoiding late fees and duplicate purchases, but she also found that she had more time to pursue her hobbies and side gigs, which added to her income. Last but not least, our fifth minimalist habit, creating a capsule wardrobe. A capsule wardrobe is essentially a small collection of versatile, essential clothing pieces that you love to wear, and that can be mixed and matched to create numerous outfits. The benefits of this habit are far-reaching, from reducing decision fatigue and saving closet space to, most importantly, curbing impulsive shopping and saving money. Do you remember Mark Zuckerberg's iconic gray t-shirt or Steve Jobs' black turtleneck and jeans? These successful people adopted a form of capsule wardrobe because it simplified their lives, saving them time and mental energy that could be directed towards more important decisions. This habit aligns with their minimalist approach to life and wealth building. A few years ago, I found myself overwhelmed by the mountain of clothes I owned. Despite having a full closet, I often felt I had nothing to wear. I would impulsively buy new clothes, only for them to be forgotten in the back of my wardrobe. Then I discovered the concept of a capsule wardrobe. I decided to pare down my wardrobe to essential, high-quality pieces that I truly loved, and that could be mixed and matched. The transformation was incredible. Not only did I save significant money by curbing my shopping habit, but I also saved time getting ready in the morning. And surprise, surprise, I never felt like I had nothing to wear anymore. The beauty of this approach is that it forces you to become more intentional about your purchases, aligning your spending with your values and long-term goals. And that's a core principle of minimalism. Now, I want to hear from you guys. What minimalist habits have you adopted in your life? Share your experiences in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button. Also, share it with your friends. As always, thank you for watching, and see you in our next video.